This is my passion. This is what I love to do. But some days, sometimes, I'm just like you, man. I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. I'm just like you. Damn, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. Man, I hate my job.
From a good dream I awake, sun rays on my face, planning out my day, hoping this ain't the one that I catch a case. I feel so good, I feel so straight. My manager keep calling me saying, hurry up, you late. Hurry up, you late. Y'all, man, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. Been trying to play it cool, but it's hard to play it off. I've been hanging on to this bullshit, cause my car still ain't paid off. I know I'm on my way up, my boy just got laid off, so y'all, man, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. These hoes here so ratchet, these niggas here so sneaky. Y'all don't even really pay enough for y'all to only pay bi-weekly. I'm trying to double up my cash, take this job, shove it up your ass. Yo, man, I hate this job. Sometimes I wanna say, walk in and slap my boss. This shit is getting hard. Damn, I hate this job. Gotta make it out of this struggle, bruh. And I don't really mean to take it out on you. You just a customer, but damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. We're the reason why your stockholders always stay afloat. Yet I'm asking, are they hiring? Like everywhere I go, schedule will say 9, but I think it's fine if I clock in at 9:04. I work 40 hours a week plus overtime just to be bro. So y'all, man, I hate this job. Hate that I applied. So much has transpired since the day that I was high. Told me I could advance, but you were telling me lies. Gotta give your notice before I quit, but you don't say shit right before I'm fired. Damn, man, I hate this job. Sometimes I wanna say, walk in and slap my boss. This shit is getting hard. Damn, I hate this job. Gotta make it out of this struggle, bruh. And I don't really mean to take it out on you. You just a customer, but damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn.
This that squad sound.
This is lit now.
What up, though? What's poppin'? What's happening? What's going on? Back in the lab with your favorite neighbor, your man Mark Nash. Actually, not in the lab. We're on a little road trip. Let's see how this gonna go. My boy said drop the lane. Hot rod early with it. Shout out to my sister Memory. What's up, baby? What's poppin' with y'all? Happy Easter to you all. Resurrection Day. Happy 420. Whatever y'all celebrate. You heard? Y'all let me know how the audio sound, because I thought it was going to play through the car, but every time I try to play it through the car, it's like trying to call the show number for some reason. It's like it's trying to call me, so I'll have to experiment with that a little bit later. Y'all let me know how the audio sound out there, how we sound. About to do this little road trip. So, what she talking about? She said, shout out to Nash and the panels. Okay. Mr. Panels. Oh, man, we miss you too, baby. What's good? How the audio sound out there? They got something on the screen, right? It's like saying, show your referral link. I don't care about that damn referral link. It's like it's trying to make me show this. It's covering up my damn chat at the bottom. There we go. What's good with y'all, though? What's popping? Put the link out there. Somebody pull up, talk to me on this road trip. Help me get through this little ride. Anybody go to church today? Anybody cooking? What the hell they got going on? Please don't pull out right here, lady. She said the audio. Like I said, they got this referral thing up here. I hate that. Let me see if I can turn the phone this way. See if it can still cover it up. Yeah, that shit is killing me. Covering up my chat, man. All right. What may do? He said can't post comments to some destinations. Okay, cool. Yeah, this whack. I thought I was gonna be able to glance over and see the chat. I can't even see the chat this way. I might do the other live. I didn't want to do the other live because you can't put nobody on the panel that way. Okay, so I'm gonna be behind on the comments a little bit because the one, all I see the last one I can see is hey foodie. So let y'all know what's going on with that. So what we're gonna talk about on this little road trip? What's going on out there? See your boy Wax 100, DJ Academics was going down. So Diddy got yo, that's what I wanted to talk about. That nigga Diddy got he got Young Thug lawyer on the case, Brian Steele. As soon as I said that, I was like, I saw he had Brian Steele. I said, uh-oh, he might have a chance. I don't think he's gonna beat it. I still don't think Diddy gonna beat that case, but he might have a chance. I give him a little bit more chance than I gave him before. And he got Young Thug's lawyer up there. Cause that nigga Brian Steele was fighting for Young Thug for real. Homie was fighting. He was trying to beat that case. And the last two niggas who stayed up there got off. They probably should have just. I know Young Thug, he took that deal now. Sir Senior said he needs some. Shout out to the homie Sir Senior. Happy Easter, happy Resurrection Day to you guys. Hope y'all having a good one wherever y'all at. The link out there too, Hot Rod. I know Hot Rod want to talk about some boxing. Hot Rod, what you think about your boy Shakur and Zepeda? Finally happening. People keep saying he ain't fought nobody, but they don't hype up Zepeda. Then we go in there and beat the crap out of Zepeda. I got him beating Zepeda easy too, yo. I think gonna box his head off. It's gonna be an easy boxing clinic. Probably beat him 10 rounds to 2. And everybody gonna say, it was boring. I was at the gym yesterday. And ironically, as I'm leaving, I was in the back. I'm leaving. I see Brian in there working, Brian Norman Jr. He in the ring working on some things. His dad wasn't there. He was in there with Coach B. And in between, like right at the end, we was talking about he said he bumped into Bud somewhere. He saw Bud. He said, Bud look big as hell. He said, yeah. He's outside him up. I looked. He was like, yeah. He said, he big. We was talking about that for a little bit. Then he was talking about how Shakur. No, that wasn't him I was talking to about it. That was Coach Barry I was talking to about it. He said, man, Shakur is one of those guys, whatever you do good, take it away from you. Find a way to take it away. Yeah, y'all took the stream. Find a way to take it from you. What's good, family? How y'all feel?
Mark Nash. Mark Nash.
We good. Can you hear me?
I hear y'all good. How it sound?
Sound good.
What's on your mind? What y'all do for let's start with ladies first. Remember what you do for Easter today? Memory.
Nothing. Hung out for 20, you know.
Yeah, no smoke.
You know, Mark, don't ask me that question. You know what I'm doing. As you can see in the background.
I can't see that shit. I'm driving. I ain't trying to look too hard either. I'll check it on the replay. What you doing? What it say? You eating somewhere? You at a restaurant?
No, I'm right here in the community in the day room. You know where I'm at.
Okay, yeah.
How you, man? What did you do for Easter? Did you go to church?
For me?
Yes, you.
Yeah, I mean, I go to church every day. See, the body is the temple.
Oh, the body is the temple. Hey, doggy.
No, I didn't go to No, I didn't go to church, man. Unfortunately, man, I'm a heathen, man. God know my
O-
heart.
Okay,
Lord know my heart.
okay. Hey,
I'm on my way to the studio.
Yeah, no.
okay.
What's on your mind? Y'all talk to me.
Hey, what up, man? I'm just chilling now. What you up to, though?
Good to hear your voice, young Riaz. How you been?
I'm doing good, Mark. Not much is going on. Other than today, though, doing my thing, though, posting my thing. I've just been basically having this Islamic class on a Sunday, though, as well. I've been doing as well. So not much going on, though. Because I'm a Muslim, though, so there's not much for me to do right now, you know.
But I see you be sharing my links all the time. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, though. I love to support, and I got you, man. So, like to see you go because you supported me, so I support you too, you know.
I know that's right. All right, it's all of y'all up here. Everybody quiet. Hi, Rod. Turn up, nigga. Start cussing somebody out.
With that, other than that, though, tonight I'm gonna watch that fight. I think that fight today. I can't remember the name of it, but it's gonna be at 10 o'clock though, my time though.
The fight today.
Ben
Ben
Whitaker. You
Whitaker.
talking about
Yeah,
Ben Whitaker? Ben Whitaker.
yeah, yeah. I'm gonna watch that.
Man, this nigga Conwell is garbage.
Okay. Wait, what
You know
time
why,
is
right?
the fight for you on your time though? Because in the UK though, the fight in the UK it starts at 10 p.m.
Yeah, right. I heard you. I heard you. What's up?
It
Hot Rod?
starts at one.
Hold up, pass the mic. Let me hear Hot Rod turn up real quick. Get this shit turned
Okay.
up real quick, Hot Rod. Go ahead.
Man, this nigga Conwell is garbage, man. Did you see that shit last night?
Yeah. I didn't see it live. I saw it today after everybody told me he lost.
Man, this dude is garbage, man. Everybody hype this dude up like they do everybody else, and this dude lose to somebody that lost to El Campo, man. Come on,
But let
man.
me ask you a question though, Hot Rod. Who hyped him up? Because the dude had never fought nobody.
Hey, OG Show, I was saying the same thing. But it's the fact that these people on boxing, I mean on YouTube, want to hype this dude up, talking about he the next this, he the next that.
What
I
have
think
we
because
talked about?
when he killed somebody in the ring, so people think that translates to skill, I guess. Rest in peace to Pat Day. But, he killed
Rest
Patrick
in
Day in
peace
the
to
ring.
Patrick Day. Yeah,
Rest
Patrick
in
Day. Rest in
peace.
peace.
Rest
But
in
here's the
peace.
thing though. What have we
It ain't
talked
every
about
day.
ad
It ain't every day
nauseum?
somebody die in a boxing match, bro. So,
But what have
people
we
be looking
talked
for stuff.
about ad nauseum on your show, Mark? What have we talked about all the time? You don't know what a fighter is until a fighter been tested. You don't know what he is. Okay, everybody was telling you how good Stanionis was. Okay, but who does he fight? Who does Stanionis actually beat?
Nah, OG, I thought beating Butayev was a quality win now.
Yeah, he beat Butayev, but who else? Because Butayev is training Gaziev now. Butayev ain't even in boxing no more. You know that, right?
Oh, I did not know that.
He's training Gaziev, the guy that fought on the undercard of Boots. He trained that guy. That's his trainer. It's Butayev.
Damn.
So who is he actually beat? I'm asking you again.
That's the only quality win, in my opinion, he has.
Exactly. So you're saying this guy's this and he's a world champion. Okay, he got the belt. Remember, Mark, we talked about that a long time ago. There's different classes of champions.
Well, the man only got 14 fights, so it wasn't like, he had the extensive experience, and plus, man, all those step aside, like a step aside after step aside, kind of did it to my man. And
But you can't
he
tell him
came,
that though.
he came in off what 2 fights in 3 years. It wasn't like it was 3 fights in 2 years or 3 fights in 3 years. It was like the activity and all the step asides. And
But see, but
can't be
here's the
fighting
thing
them.
though.
You can't go.
But if you listen to these guys, these guys were saying that he's a world champion, an Olympic champion. I don't remember Stanionis winning no medals in the Olympics.
Nah, OG, I was wrong on that one. I had Stanionis winning by decision. I was wrong on that one, but Hey, I see why the young pup didn't want to fight Crawford. That nigga was getting hit clean as a whistle, man. I see
You
why he
talking
don't
about
want to
Boots?
fight. Hell
You
yeah.
talking
I
about
see
Ennis?
why. Hell yeah. I
Well,
see
you
why
know,
he don't want to
that's
fight
the thing.
Crawford.
You know, they always try to downplay Crawford. He never fought this guy. He never fought that guy. But they don't look at the fact that when you come up through divisions, you face a multitude of styles. So by the
Hmm.
time you get to the apex to your prime, there's nothing that anybody can do in the ring that you haven't seen before.
Yep,
That's what makes Crawford so good. You can't
that's why
surprise
that
him.
Canelo
He's
fight's
seen it
gonna be
all. He's done
intriguing.
it all. Yeah,
That's why that Canelo fight's going to be intriguing because they both seen all the
yeah.
styles.
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
Oh
You
no,
see, are
man.
you
Tell me who Canelo fought that was like Crawford.
Well, I don't think nobody in the sport is elite as Crawford to fight in both stands, if that's what you're asking me.
Yeah, I mean Crawford can fight. He knock guys out going backwards, going forward. He can pressure you.
right?
He got offense, defense, lefty, righty, power in both hands. Uh, this might be. I
I
don't think.
think
And he's a good boxer, but he can crack too. Like
right.
I don't think Canelo's fought nobody like Crawford. Not even Floyd was like Crawford.
I think the closest thing he's fought to Crawford was when he fought Lara. Lara just couldn't keep it up for 12 rounds. That's the closest thing he fought to Crawford, in my opinion.
And that was what, 10 years
Nah,
ago?
Yeah.
Laura ain't even like Crawford, bro.
I said the closest. I didn't say it was like Crawford. I said the closest thing to Crawford he fought was Lara.
And that's not even close. Respectfully. To
I
Laura.
don't know. Lara could, but back then, Lara was a motherfucker. And 10
You
years
might
ago,
have to
Lara
say
was very good.
you might have to say Shane Mosley because the Cuban style got like a different style to them.
Yeah, but Shane Mosley, when he fought Shane Mosley was 39, bro.
It's washed. Yeah.
People forget about that. Shane Mosley was 39 years old when
Yeah,
he fought him.
hey, how old is Crawford? Like 36, 37? He finna fight him
Yeah,
at that same thing?
But
Shane Mosley
He's
got
not
beat up too,
39.
though.
Yeah. He's not
Crawford has
39.
got
He's
beat up
never
like
been in
Shane
a tough
Mosley.
fight.
Crawford take care of his
Difference.
body. He's like a young 36.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shane Mosley got beat up a bunch of times by that point.
Yeah. Tell me the war you seen Crawford in.
Hey, what y'all think about Gabrielle Fundora?
Nothing. She's a woman and she's beating on a little girl. That girl was tiny. Did you see the girl she fought last night? Come on, man.
Oh,
Girl
gee.
ain't got nothing for her, yo.
Gee, that was funny last night, man. Oh my God.
Girl was tiny, man. She had
That
no
girl was
chance.
like 5 feet. Oh my God.
But she made up on it on the girth though, because Gabby's skinny as hell and she kind of girthy. So I was hoping
Did you
like
see?
Yo.
if
Did you see the shots she was hitting that girl with, bro?
Oh my
yeah.
God, man. She was catching her in the exchange.
Yeah,
Oh.
Gabby and Sebastian, they some twigs.
Hey, but I will say, in my opinion, she better than her brother.
She ain't fighting.
Yeah.
The competition is different, though.
Yes, but the technique is way better.
Have a good day, chat.
And she got as many fights as Clarissa already.
There you go. That
Bro,
part.
Ain't fought
bro,
as many champions as Clarissa.
how she gonna put on some weight and move up? Like I heard somebody say, only way she gonna put on weight is by having a baby.
Well, you gotta look at her, Hot Rod. She's a small framed woman. She's just tall, but she's small framed. I don't think she'll go anywhere past 122, maybe 126 at the most, because she's small.
Man,
She's a small woman. She's tall, but she's
God
small
damn.
framed.
Oh, gee, my thigh bigger than her, man.
But think about this. Just think about this. Look at Sebastian Fundora. Now, what do you think he would look like at 175? He'd get killed. They'd knock his block off.
Yeah, he get beat up.
Man.
168 might be a little bit too much for him.
Just because you tall don't mean you can carry that weight. You feel me?
Exactly. Exactly. I mean, he looks good against these 54 guys. Could you imagine Sebastian Fundora against Callum Smith?
Smith
Wouldn't
would eat
look
him
too good, would
alive.
it? Too big, too strong. You know what I mean? Anthony Yard, too big, too strong.
I think Carlos Smith gonna give Benavidez a run for his money if they fight.
He is. It's gonna be
Who?
a great fight for as long as it lasts, but eventually Smith's gonna get stopped.
I don't know, OG. Canelo couldn't even stop him.
Callum Smith leads with his
Canelo
face,
is
bro. His
naturally
defense is
smaller
not that
guy.
good.
Canelo's a
Yeah,
naturally smaller guy. Benavidez is a naturally bigger guy.
yeah. Canelo's only 5'7". You keep forgetting that. He's a 5'7" guy. He's a little bitty guy.
Yeah, but
He's just
OG, do
wide,
you
like a
do you do,
podcast.
do y'all really believe in Benavidez? Like, do y'all really think he that?
Hell
He's
yeah.
shown you that.
I
Anybody they
don't
said
know, man.
he couldn't beat, he fought him and he beat him.
Beat him
Say I
easy
can't
too.
beat him,
Oh
I'll
boy.
fight him. Say you can't beat him, I'll fight him. Say I can't beat him, I'll fight him. And if you don't stop him, he beat him up. What else do you need to see? Because I know, Hot Rod, you was on that Morrell train, wasn't you?
Now, I always thought Benavidez would beat him. I ain't gonna lie about that.
Oh, okay. About to say, I thought you was one of them. For the
Hell no. I
11 fight
never
dude in there,
thought I
gonna
am
be there,
Morrell.
beat that man like he was his daddy.
Nah, OG, you know who
That
was?
was H
H
and
Money in
boxing
them.
billionaire.
Huh?
That was H and boxing billionaire.
That was H Money in them.
Yeah.
Beat
But
that
I gave
man
him
like
a
he stole
chance though,
something.
but I just think he didn't have enough experience, man. He didn't have enough experience.
Mark Nash, I gave him 2
Experience matters
chances.
in this sport.
Slim and none. I gave him 2 chances. Slim and none.
Hey, did y'all see
I
the
can't complain
fights that
on
was announced? Did y'all see the fights that was announced on the Zepeda undercard?
Who's on the card? Who's on it?
Um, Amza Shiraz is fighting. Let me look it up. Let me go back to it. It was just announced last night on Ring Magazine. One
Okay.
second.
I think it's Shiraz and Berlanger, right? Or Shiraz and
Yes, Shiraz and
yes,
Berlanga, they fighting each other.
it's Matias and Puello.
Hmm.
It's
Ooh.
who else? Matias and Puello, Shiraz and Berlanger,
And then
and
they got
what's
Morel
the Cuban?
fighting
Yeah,
Imam Khadif, how you say his name?
I never heard of him, so Morrell probably beats him. But Shiraz and Berlanga, I'll take Hamza Shiraz in that fight.
Man, bro, I don't know what motherfucker be seeing in Berlanga, OG. That man, you could train me 2 years. I'll go beat that nigga ass, man. That nigga
He's
suck,
trash.
dude.
He's not very good. Who's the other fight? Puello and Matias. That's a good fight.
Yeah,
That's a good fight.
and this on the Shakur is a paid undercard.
Oh, I can't wait for that fight. You know why I can't
that
wait for
fucker
that fight,
out of
y'all?
here, man. He's supposed to be getting his mandatory versus Hitchens, man. Hitchens is looking like a disgrace going out to Camboso. Cambosos don't do nothing for you, bro.
What you
I
say? What
cannot
you say,
wait
Lake?
until
What you say?
Go ahead, Lake.
No, I'm saying like Matias is supposed to be getting his mandatory versus Hitchens, and Hitchens is looking like a disgrace going at the Camboso. Like he's pursuing that fight. Cambosos don't do nothing for you. You supposed to be defending your title against a dude who lost 4 fights in a row. You know what I'm saying?
Cambosa's the number. That's mandatory, and that's a big ass check. If you go over there in Australia, you can make more money fighting
I
Cambosa.
don't even know if that's gonna be over there in Australia though. And Hitchens was the mandatory, like his last
But think
fight
about
when
it,
he
Lake.
There's more money for both of them in Australia.
Think about
I,
I
it,
don't
Lake.
think that fight is
Who's the
happening in
bigger name?
Australia though.
I would really be surprised if they
But
did
who's the
that
bigger
fight in
name, Lake? Who's the
Cambosa.
bigger name?
Cambosa.
Cambosis.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
we in America and we know Cambosis.
Yeah, we know Hitchens. I mean, we know Matias. We know we
Not
know.
really.
But when
Not really.
Matias went
You live
home
in
for
Atlanta.
his
You can
but when
walk down the
Matias went
street
home,
and ask 10 people who is Subrio Matias, and how many will know who he is.
You can do the same thing with Cambosis. We know that because we boxing enthusiasts, but not nobody don't know who Cambosis is.
yeah, but he got
And
40
look at it like
Australian.
this: does he? But does he? will he even sell in Australia no more? He's lost 3 straight fights in Australia, 2 against Devin and 1 against Loma. Is Australia even still going to show up for this dude?
He just
He
won the
didn't
fight
fight
in
Loma in
Australia, I
Australia. He
thought.
fought Loma in Vegas. He fought Loma in Vegas.
That one in Australia? I thought that was Australia.
He fought Loma in Australia.
Yeah, he lost 3 straight in Australia. Maxie
But he
Hughes
just
was
won.
in the
But
States.
he just won in Australia. His last fight was over there.
Oh, okay. Damn, I don't even think people even really remember that fight like that.
The people in Australia do. That's what matters. They remember it.
Yeah, they remember Tim Zoo.
So what?
Yeah, they remember Tim Zoo.
Like you sound low. Or is it me? Say it again.
I was saying they remember Tim Zoo.
They remember Tim's daddy more than anything.
He said Tim Zoo dad.
Hey, look, did you see? Look, prior to the fight, they ran a whole promo with him and his daddy and talking about it was like they're undefeated in Australia. Basically saying, or you get what I'm saying? Like they keep talking. I was like, but he lost his last 2 fights in a row and got knocked out in his last fight. Memory backstage.
Yeah, that one dude had that last dude who Tim fought. He dangerous, boy. Oh my God.
Hey, Memory, why I got you up here? Let me ask you something. Did you see that case going around with that dude in Texas? You think you're gonna get off? You think it was self-defense or he should have brought a knife? What's your take on that?
So with the kid in Texas, I don't
Yeah,
know.
a little bit more information, Mark, would be nice.
Well, give her a little more information. I'm driving, my nigga. Help me out.
Okay, so
I don't know what you're talking about.
okay,
Oh, well, Memory, give her the backstory.
The
You
kid
know.
in Texas who stabbed the boy that tried to put him out of the football player's tent.
Track. It was track. All right, okay. But rough, quick backstory. The dude, his name is Carmelo Anthony. He's accused of first-degree murder. He was at a track and field state championship or something like that. It was a little rain, so he got under one of the tents. He was told to move by the other team. They was like, hey, you aren't supposed to be here. It was one of the twin brothers. The guy told him, you aren't supposed to be here. You need to move. He refused to move. The guy basically said, you need to move. He approached him, said, touch me, see what happened. The guy touched him. Then he was like, no, I don't mean touch me like that. You know what I mean, basically. And the guy, allegedly, I don't know all the details. I believe something is on camera. Because whenever people get into it nowadays, first thing we do is grab our phones. But basically, he pushed him or touched him or whatever happened. He assaulted him in some kind of way. He had reached in his bag, stabbed him in the chest. He died on the scene. Some saying it's self-defense because you shouldn't have touched him. Some saying, hey, it's first-degree murder because you brought a knife there. Hopefully that's enough backstory. Memory, tell me what you got, what you think.
Okay, so yeah, great summarization of the story, because the other part about this crazy story is that it's been so much disinformation, misinformation being put out there, and I think that because there's a lot more people that are emotionally tied to the story because it happens to be a black kid and then it happens to be a white kid. So there's all kinds of stuff going on about this case. But personally, I'm really anticipating evidence. I'm anticipating seeing what else, because yeah, if it's a bunch of high school kids, somebody took footage. If a fight was about to happen, somebody took footage. So I'm anticipating video footage or further evidence to explain this whole entire situation, because whether it's a black kid or a white kid, my thing is this: the boy didn't deserve to lose his life. I see a lot of people on the internet streets there, they've held on to this. He brought a knife to school. That's really, for me personally, I'm not too concerned. I'm not saying, because it feels like it's taking the focus away from it. I feel, and this is all my feelings, that he didn't wake up that day and said, you know what, I'm going to this track meet, so I'm going to put my knife in my bag just in case. I feel like he probably carried this knife with him all the time. That's just my feelings on it. I don't think that he woke up that day and said, well, let me just bring an extra accessory. And I'm not trying to minimize the knife situation. It's just that I feel like, and people, everyone has every right to feel however they want to feel. But I just feel like there's a lot that's been taken away. I feel like it's the biggest lesson of all time. Austin is the white kid, Carmelo is the black kid. Austin Metcalf didn't deserve to lose his life. But at the same time, wh- who made him the ambassador? What I'm trying to figure out is this but but for, but for your actions led to the direct loss of her life. I am not blaming Austin Metcalf because people are going to misconstrue this because there's so many emotions, but let us talk reality and fact. Allegedly, Carmelo Anthony was sitting underneath a tent in a school grounds property on his cell phone. It was raining. So, my whole thing is, but for the Metcalf twins walking up to this kid and saying, you have to move, who are you? Why do you think you have the authority to tell somebody to move? If you felt it was so important for him to move, why didn't you go get some coaches? Who gave you the authority to be the ambassador of the tent? The tent is on school property, school grounds. So my whole thing to this whole entire lesson learned with the FAFO culture, and once again, I'm not saying that Austin deserved to die. I'm just saying the reason why he died is because that twins walked up to him to tell him to move. Why did you think it was important to move? I really want somebody to answer that for me. Why did you think it was important for him to move? Why did he bother you? Why were you bothered by a stranger? Why did you feel like you had the right to tell a lanky track athlete versus two thick-necked football players that walk up to him, and why did you feel that it was your obligation to tell him what to do? If you felt that, there's so many ways. It's like I said, the story's still unfolding. These are the pieces we got. The only real piece is that they asked him to move. That's most of it. Everything else is hinged upon bullying and all this. And then he said, make me move. I don't care about the rhetoric after that. Because, but for your actions, but for the fact that you approached this kid, why? Why? On school property. Why did you feel you were the one that had to tell somebody to move? That's just my question to it. It's a tragic case across the board. Nobody wins in this case, but I'm still trying to figure out that a life would still be here if I saw a rivalry under the tent. I'm like, oh, okay, coach. The reason why you didn't go get a coach or escalate it to a coach, because they're gonna look at you like, man, just y'all going somewhere or whatever the case is. That's my assumption. So
And what
I
is
don't know.
what is the FOFA culture that you spoke of?
Fuck around and find out culture. These young niggas ain't about that. These young niggas are not our
So,
ancestors.
yo, I was not expecting that.
That's it. It's a fuck around and found out culture. You know these young niggas ain't playing these games. These young niggas out here, they're not, and I'm not trying to even like paint it to this.
And I thought you was on some National Rifle Association type shit when you first said.
No, no. And then listen, it's a tragic story, but with a lesson to it, because people want to grab pieces that are sentimental to them. I've played this in my mind. Hypothetically speaking, let's say Carmelo didn't have a knife and it escalated to fist fights. What if Carmelo punched him? He fell, hit his head on the bleacher, and died. You see what I mean? It's still the same recipe that brought to the bad, tragic results. You're confronting people that are out here minding their own business. It's a
That's some
tent. Who
Karen shit.
cares?
That's some Karen shit. I agree, girl, behind the mic. When you frame it that way, that's some Karen shit.
It's some Karen. That's exactly what I've been saying. It is some Karen. And then people are like, oh, yeah, well, you know, And I'm not saying, like I said, the story is still unfolding. But my thing, I'm not emotionally tied to this story because Carmelo could have been a white person and the Metcalf twins could be black. It's the same trajectory that for every single action we do in life garners an equal reaction. So I'm not sure how or what was the point. What was these two football players walking up to this person to saying that they had to move? What was the point? Why? I'm like, why? Why? I'm not saying that he should have grabbed these knives and killed them, but I'm saying every time in life when we're sitting out here in real life messing around with people, you never know what people are going through. It's not an excuse. It just pays less, and you live a fruitful life when you mind your own business. There's so many things to be said about this. Because for one, this was a tent in the school. It's not a private property. You're not trespassing. It's not Ahmaud Arbery. It's that same mentality. Ahmaud Arbery is jogging in a neighborhood, but people feel the right to be guardians of this neighborhood that they have not been bestowed such title. And I think black fatigue is a real thing.
Hold on,
I
speak on that. Hold on, that's my first time hearing that term, but I think I know what you mean. Elaborate. What is black fatigue?
and I speak on it loosely because, granted, like I did start off saying, it has been made a racial thing because emotions are high. It's black and white, but black fatigue is a real thing. Carmelo is probably Gen Z going into Gen Alpha, and I think for years, black fatigue has gone to us where we always have to acquiesce to people that of other use that tell us to do stuff. Black fatigue is a real thing at work. You mind your own business. You get paid the same amount with the same coworker, but she's white, he's white, but they're gonna tell you, then they're not your manager and your boss, but still want to Karen stuff. This Karen has never been a phenomenon. It has been real life for black people in America. It just so happens to now that with cameras and video footages, these people are really being published. This is real life. Stop supervising people. Stop supervising black people. Just stop it. That's my thing. Like the story could morph to whatever it wants to morph to, but at the end of the day, no one can sit up here and refute the simplicity of it. Why did you feel a need to tell someone to move? Who are you? Who are you? Who died and made you the ambassador? This is school property. This is school grounds. You don't own this tent. You didn't buy this tent. Who are you?
Remember, you got a personal situation that you can relate to this, like something that may have happened to you
So
that you was
many
like this.
so many situations. For mine, I always draw back to like work. The corporate setting. That's why every time when I saw Karens, I've always said Karens have never been a phenomena. We work with Karens, people that just be all up in your business, questioning what you're doing, how you're doing, how you got the skill set, who you are. It's tiring. I'm tired of explaining my blackness. I think most black people in America just want to live. I think Carmelo Anthony wanted to just sit there and be on his phone and out of the rain, because niggas and rain, we don't mix. So that's all he was trying to do. I don't think that boy woke up that day and said, I want all the smoke. I'm going to go out here to my track meet. He has no bad record. He's a 3.7 GPA student and he's a track athlete. And I don't see him saying, well, I'm going to go out here and see if we could get some smoke, because the way the narrative is being twisted and contorted and being turned around when facts are facts. Who am I to say? I don't know why the kid had a knife in school, but I could surmise this was not his first. Like, I think that knife been in that backpack. Quiet as it's kept. I think it's been in that backpack. I don't know why. Maybe they need to delve deeper. I'm not sure what he's trying to protect himself from. I don't know what's going on. But
What kind of knife was it? Was it a pocket knife? Was it like a butter knife? Was it? I mean, I don't know if it matters that much.
yeah, I mean, it's a good question. Nobody knows. It just keeps saying knife. Is there a knife? I haven't seen. We haven't seen tangible information from the pieces that we hear, and so I don't know. I don't know, but it's just the fact that the narrative has been spun that because everyone wants to have a favorite side and a team, but to me, it could be both black kids, both white kids, whatever the case. The fact to me is just the simple fact of the matter is he's not the instigator, in my opinion. He sat
What I
underneath that tent, minding his own business.
what
But
I
when
don't
he,
like is people
uh-huh,
saying when he woke up, like how you said he didn't wake up with the mindset to do that because he. But they are saying the fact that he had the knife because everybody keeps saying, "Why was he armed? Why was he armed? Why was he armed?" I'm like, hold up. So I got a weapon on me right now. I woke up like any other day, grabbed my damn pistol. I'm doing some shit right now, and I'm taking a road trip. Does that if something happens, that doesn't mean I woke up with the mind state to kill somebody because I had my
exactly,
weapon with me. No, I got my weapon with me because I know what the fuck time it is out here. No different probably from him. Like, hey, look, this ain't going to school. This is going to a track meet after school. It's a lot looser, a lot more lax. Who knows who you're gonna run into and what you're gonna run into? And sure enough, he ran into some shit. And it
right.
won't just one guy. It's a guy, his twin brother.
That's what
Man,
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I've
you
said
gotta
this.
keep your hand. You gotta keep your hands to yourself. Like nobody is. When every time they say why was he armed, I would
But they
reply
didn't.
why they didn't keep their hands to themselves.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, why didn't they just leave him alone? If you and then if he bothers you so much, go tell the coach. Go tell. But you knew the coaches don't be wanting to be bothered with frivolous stuff, so you took it
No, it
upon
ain't
yourself.
no, it ain't the fact that the coach don't want to be bothered with frivolous stuff. From what I ascertain and understand from this, now granted, this is the coach for Carmelo Anthony. He's saying kids being other students and other kids' tents is the norm. That happens all the time. So for the people saying, "Oh, he was looking for trouble, he went under their tent," that's not true. They do this all the time. That's He's not the first, last, or only person who sat under another person's tent. So for him to go tell the coach that, the coach probably would have just said, "Let him sit there, leave him alone. Is he bothering you?" Like, no, I want these people feel emboldened, man.
That's what
Even
I'm
when I
saying.
saw his dad, the Metcalf kid dad came to the other parents' press conference the other day because the parents want to
Oh,
do a press conference to dispel some rumors about what they've been doing with the money, and because people's like, "Oh, they bought a house, they've been buying Jordans and new cars and Cadillac." I'm like,
can you
the
believe
fuck that
that?
got to do with anything? Kyle Rittenhouse, I seen people give him money. I think people are just mad that people are donating and supporting this family. But when you see black trauma, people donate to George Zimmerman and Kyle Rittenhouse and
Derek
Amber
Chauvin,
Geiger and all these kind of
Derek
people.
Chauvin, Amber Geiger, all these people you're mentioning, they raise millions of dollars, not 500,000 like this family so far. These all Derek Chauvin, Penny, the curly haired white man in the subway over there on the East Coast, millions of dollars. But now when niggas gotta get donations, we pocket watch it. That's what it is. We pocket. And then what's crazy, what people don't understand, this is not a poor family. This is not a poor black family. This is a decent, well to do black family.
For real?
Hmm.
Shit, I donated.
Yes.
I donated. I want to get my $20 back. Shit, they don't need
No,
my part.
no, the donations are
No, I'm joking. I'm
beneficial
joking. I'm joking.
for the because it's going to be an expensive case. It's a high profile case, so absolutely, I'm donating because I'm like, how much more? Like because you need in America, in to me, you get the best defense. It costs a lot of money,
Yeah,
and
no
that's where
defense
it's at.
without finance. No defense
Exactly.
without finance.
And
And the narrative is so disgusting because it was the New York Times Post that put that out there, and the co-CEO of this crowdfunding had to say no, they have not touched a red penny. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the stereotypical bullcrap and some black influencers sponsoring this? That oh, they bought a house and a car. They bought a house and a car. It's the first thing you're gonna pin on black people. Stereotypical. Yet you get the CEO, co-CEO of the crowdfunding to dispel the rumors. Like, yo, they haven't even
Also,
touched a red
Also, he
penny.
put out a disclaimer saying even if they did, they have every right to,
It's their money.
because
It's their
it
money.
said it said for legal defense and other expenses. So they had every right
Exactly.
to do what they want to. Let me get
They
my guy
do.
Coach Ed Morrison here. What's up, Coach?
Hey, what's up, Martin? A salute to the panel.
Shout out.
Sure, bro. Long
what's it?
time no
Shout out.
speak.
Yeah, I just want to just chime in a little bit. maybe I don't know if I'm the oldest guy on here, but to me, not just with this situation, well, just situation period. I don't. My first instinct. I've been in a lot of fights, and I was never. My first instinct was never to grab any type of weapon. I mean, that was like reserved for somebody that really did something crazy right there. That's just what we grew up with. Nobody used any knives. Nobody used any guns. We just fought, and then if you go off, we fought again the next day. I mean, we just fight. I grew up in the South, right here in Douglasville, Georgia, and we fought rednecks on every Friday night at McDonald's. And we meet up again and we do it the next. I mean, we fought all the time. So I don't understand, not just with this situation, but even in our own community. These dudes get in the fight and they lose, they go home or they go to the trunk and come back. Like, bro, you just lost this fight. What's up with all the knives and all the guns? I would have never thought to pull a knife out on anybody because I know, especially living around white people, if I stab a white person, the chance of me getting off is slim to none. I ain't even going to make that attempt. I'm not even going to roll that dice, first of all. So I'm not defending. I don't have a dog. I do have a dog in the hunt, but I don't understand why everybody just feel like they got to take it there unless your life is like really, really threatened. You know, I don't know. I don't understand it.
Shoot, coach, back then when you was fighting too, if you want no world star, but also too, you'll fight a guy, you get him down, you hit him a couple times, you leave him alone. These kids, they'll beat you till you're having a seizure and shit.
And be
You can't,
laughing while they
you
doing it.
can't let them beat you up like that because they ain't gonna stop. They'll keep kicking your lifeless body. Like these times are different. I remember growing up, niggas was damn sure was stabbing and cut when I grew up in school.
We didn't have all that. My old man told me, he told me to never stomp a dude. He told me to never do that.
Oh man,
He's,
times have changed though. But I think
like
the times have changed. Even
yeah,
even
you
wars
stomp
changed.
somebody, he may come back for revenge. I don't know, man. I just never made it just the way I thought, and I'm not saying a lot of people thought like that, but I would, in my mind, my first instinct would be not to grab a knife. You know, I'm not or a gun or anything. I'm not doing that. For what? Man, we finna throw these hands, see what it do, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Because now, right or wrong, the kid then got himself in a whole lot of trouble, and it's a whole lot of turmoil that he's gonna have to go through.
But you
A
know what
lot of
though, coach?
sleep.
But
Yeah,
nowadays, you like memory said you damned if you do, damned if you don't. Let's say it was straight hands. I
That's
punch
what
him
I'm
in his
saying.
face. He hit the ground, hit his head, and he goes to a concussion or dies from that. I'm getting charged the same way.
yeah, you gonna get the one punch homicide deal or whatever. But like I say, at the end of the day, it's like you got to think about it. This kid's gonna have a whole lot of sleepless nights, man, wondering what the outcome of this case gonna be. You know, this kid's anxiety's got to be through the roof, man. Because basically he's fighting for his freedom right now. Yeah,
Literally.
you know what I'm saying. It really is, man, and it's a crazy situation. I don't understand. I would like to see what really happened. You know what? It had to be some words exchanged. It wasn't just like a 5 second dialogue. I'm pretty sure it could have been some arguing going on. Something had to happen for it to escalate to this point. Something where it went down like this. They trying to make it seem like it was this cut and dry case that he came over there and just pulled a knife out and stabbed this guy. You know, maybe the dude made a threat to him, say, "Man, I'm about to knock you out" or something like that. He may have told the kid, "I'm gonna knock him out." You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. We gonna figure it out. You know, hopefully he can get off, beat the case or whatever. But like I say, he
People
got
never
an
leave
uphill
him
battle. He got an
alone though.
uphill battle, man.
Memory said it best. Why not just leave him alone? Why do white folks feel they are empowered and voted to police black folks?
That part. And go ahead,
One
go ahead, go ahead.
second, memory. We got Kev Stutters. I thought when she was talking about something else when she said black fatigue. Shout out to Kev Stutters in the chat. We got, where do these people live at where they having all these problems with white people? I live in one of the whitest states and never have any issues with white people. Cooking with Sir Senior. Shout out to him in the chat. I feel you, but why did he have a knife and why did he go get it? If you want to answer some of those questions, panel, that's what we got in the chat.
Well, yeah, and I'm pretty sure who said that where they live with white people is probably a black male in a white dominated industry. Rules don't apply with black women and white women. So yeah, my experiences with that person, I could almost guarantee you it's a male who say that. And my experiences don't compare with the average black male, even if you're working in Nebraska. I would rather work with white males in my whole entire life if I could too. But so to the knife thing, I don't know. This is something that has to go deeper. That's exactly right. I don't know why the kid had the knife. I can only surmise that he never, I feel, and I could be wrong. Okay, he's been doing track. So I don't see him waking up that day and saying, "Okay, well, I'm going to bring my knife." I think that knife been in that backpack for some time, and I don't know what that time looks like. I don't know his backstory. I can't pretend to know his backstory. What is he protecting himself for? What is he protecting himself for or against? I don't know. Or is it just cool to bring a knife to school? I'm not sure. But he had the knife on him. And granted, we could hold, and this is what one of the biggest things on the internet too. We can hold on to the knife speaking point, but the reality is, even if they did a mano to a mano, fist to fist, hand to hand combat, what if he one punch and he knocked him out? And people die off of one punch and knocked him out and he died. So would we be saying, well, why did they decide to do fist fights?
No,
They
but
gonna find any. They gonna find any way
not to cut you off, but I think in that situation
to
that man, like mutual combat, that's different.
No, it's
If
not
somebody,
different. It's not
no,
different.
it is.
No,
It
no,
falls
sir.
on a whole other
Google,
but
no,
category.
that's not
Google,
mutual
Google.
combat.
No,
If I'm
Google.
sitting there minding my own business and you come and try to fight me and I defend myself, that's not mutual combat. That's
It's
self
not
defense.
right, right. And but the
Me
thing
and
is
you
about
agree to walk around the building, and me and you say, "Hey, look, let's walk around the building and fight." That's mutual
Hey, but
combat.
at the end, bro, but I mean, you keep it 100 though. Hold on, keep it 100. Let's say it was your son, and your son pushed another kid, and the kid pulled a knife out and stabbed him. You will be singing a different tune right now.
no, my son should not be putting his hands
No,
on
you're
another
not.
son.
Just
They should not. They
I'm
should
gonna
not.
call cap on that.
No,
Cause
well,
I,
hold
cause
on,
I,
hold
I
on.
will be
Well,
singing a different tune.
coach,
I will be singing a different tune. I promise you I
coach? Let me
would.
ask you something. What's the
Yeah.
point of asking a question if when we answer it, you
it's
say
not
it's
right.
cat? Like you gonna ask and answer your own question? What's the point? You got your
Bec-
mom made them let like I agree with memory. I would be disappointed in my child. I would be like, that's not why I put you in martial arts. That's not what we taught. That's not what we trying to do. But yes, I would be hurt. I would be upset. I would wonder why this kid brought a knife. Like what was going on with this kid? I would ask those questions. But at the same time, I would be like, golly, my child, because you know your kid. You know, if you got a kid that go up to people and just try to bully them and shit like that, you know, if you got a badass kid, you know your child. You get what
So
I'm saying? So yes,
you
I
can
would be
honestly.
disappointed, but I know my see. I'm not. That's a bad example because I know I'm not raising that kind of kid right now. My kid
Well,
don't fight.
so
You know what I'm saying?
you wouldn't feel like the other kid went overboard if your son pushed somebody and the other kid pulled a knife out and stabbed him. You wouldn't think the other person went overboard.
He went overboard, but
Yes,
the
and
thing is,
yes and no. Because this, that kid didn't walk up to him by himself. It was him
no,
and his twin brother. So
he was
let's
not
start there, coach. It was two
right.
on one.
2 on
It
1.
is two on one.
Two thick
That
necks.
matters.
Two thick necks to one lanky track athlete.
It's
Two
two on
football
one.
players.
And hopefully, I raised my kid right to let them know everybody ain't going. Everybody, look, I know you do your taekwondo, baby girl, but everybody ain't trying to kick and box with you. Everybody ain't gonna play by these rules. Some people gonna play for keeps, and they ain't trying. And you gonna be the trophy. So you got to raise your kids to have discernment, have yes, defend yourself, but don't be no bully.
At what point in time? So this is the thing right here. So we got every state has
If
its
my
own
two kids,
law.
bro, let me answer it again. Let me answer it. If my two kids went up to somebody trying to fight them, one of my kids put their hands on them, they got stabbed. I would be hurt. I would be sad. I would miss the child. If nothing else, I'd be asking my other kid, but what the hell was you doing while he stabbing your brother? You should have whooped his ass, took the knife and all that. I'd probably be mad at my other kid too. Like, so you just stood there and let this nigga kill your brother? I probably have a
Yeah,
different mentality.
I,
But
I
it is
think
2 on 1.
I think it's too many inconsistencies in the laws They got each state has its own laws, right? So you got the Rittenhouse. He went out there and did what he's supposed to do. We did what he did, and that fool he wound up getting off, right? Zimmerman, you see what he did? He wound up getting off. Now,
Different
if you
states.
get a crafty lawyer, you can get off. If a guy that knows how to manipulate the laws, knows how to get the jury, it's all starts with the jury pool. First of all, you got to pick people who gonna be in your favor, and that's a lot of times that's what a lot of the cases are won at. It's not necessarily the law; it's about selecting the correct jury. So if you start setting a precedent, I think we're gonna just keep getting more and more. I don't know. It's a weird situation because I'm just not used to seeing that. Maybe because I was a '70s baby, I'm not used to seeing kids push each other and then somebody to pull out a gun or a knife and fight. I'm not. It's totally new to me. I'm not used to seeing that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm some type of tough guy. We got a tougher generation. That's
But
just
you been alive.
this
But you
is
was
new
born
to
in the
me.
70s. They was cutting
Yeah.
niggas up in the 70s with knives. They and dances and battles.
Shanking them.
Niggas
Razors
been
under the
cutting
tongue.
people up.
Now
but we would
say
do.
it again, Mark, because I don't think we heard you when you said different
I
state. That
said
was a
they
good point
been
because
cutting people up.
no,
They was cutting people up
you
back
said a
in the
different
70s.
state, and that was a good
Oh yeah,
point that you made.
oh
Because
yeah,
Florida
long
is a
as
stay in your ground state when it comes to Zimmerman, so he was probably able to get off on that stay in your ground type stuff. This is
And I
Texas,
wish
correct?
Trayvon Martin had a knife. How about that? If
Yo,
Trayvon Martin was
we
walking with a knife, he might still be alive.
right. We seen all kind of consistencies. I seen an old dude, shoot two people who was still on the TV, shot him in the back, and guess what? He got off.
What state?
One of them stand your ground, Texas, or if they got on some law like home, castle doctrine or something like that.
Man, if you can't do the if you can't do the time, don't do the crime. I don't
And
feel sorry for this
a
little
dude
ass
went there and
kid.
stole the
Fuck,
TVs.
man, nobody give a fuck about this shit, man.
And the dude
Niggas want to keep bumping,
shot him in the back.
man, bro.
He shot him in the back
But
with
that's the thing.
TVs in his
But that's
hand.
the thing, Hot Rod.
Like I don't
Some
care,
one
bro. I
time,
don't care. I don't give
no,
a
no,
fuck
no.
about.
But
I
you
don't feel
call it a
sorry for
crime.
this little kid. I don't
No,
feel
no,
sorry
you call
for
it
him.
a crime. Some people don't
Huh?
call it a crime. George Zimmerman,
Some
it
people.
wasn't considered a crime. It was self-defense.
It is
Kyle
crazy, bro.
Rittenhouse
Niggas over
is
here really care
self-defense.
about this shit.
When
Like
we
niggas
hold
don't
on, let me
care.
say this. When we defend ourselves, it's a crime. And we just so dismissive. Don't do the crime, don't do the time. Hold up, but everybody else defend themselves, it's self-defense. We defend ourselves, first degree murder.
Hey, brother Mark, I want to say it was a
Hey,
case.
simple.
It was a case in New York
I don't feel
where
sorry for this
a brother
motherfucker because he's black. I don't care what fucking color you are. I don't
a,
fuck
a,
about none of
a,
that weird shit.
a
It ain't
black
about
dude.
color, bro. It's about right
Nah,
on.
y'all care because he's black. I don't
Now hold on.
care. I don't care none. I don't
Let me.
care none. He should never bought the motherfucking knife. I don't care, OG Mark. I don't give a fuck about the little kid. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. He can go to jail. He can be free. I don't care. I don't care. Can we
I
talk
heard
boxing?
Well, they should
I
have never
don't care
asked him
about
to
that
move.
shit,
That's the
man.
point that people are
Fuck.
missing. They should have
Nobody don't
never
give a
asked him to
fuck.
move.
Damn. Like, niggas don't care about that shit, man.
Well, you don't
Niggas
care,
care
Hot
too
Rod. Let
much.
them finish.
because
Let them finish
you
having the
don't
conversation, bro. Like you know what I'm saying.
Bro,
Like
I've
we
been
get back
waiting
to boxing,
patiently
Hot
so we
Rod.
can talk boxing, bro. I don't care
But
about
Hot
this
Rod, we
dumbass
just got
shit, man.
Coach Eddie come
Like,
on.
come
But
on,
Mark,
man.
we
Nobody don't care about that weird shit.
take it easy, baby.
Fuck.
Take it easy. We
Niggas trying to
man,
talk boxing, man. Niggas don't care about this weird shit. Who give a fuck about this little ass kid? I don't care. He
well,
can
I've
die.
heard
I
boxing
you,
don't
Hot
don't
Rod,
care.
trump
He can get
Hot
worldviews,
Rod,
he can get
Hot
I've heard
Rod.
life.
you
I don't
say that.
care. He can get
If you
life.
don't
I
care,
don't
mute your
care.
mic. If you don't
Like,
care,
holy
mute your mic and
fuck.
let the people talk who care,
Oh,
though,
gee,
bro.
niggas been talking about this shit for the last 30 minutes. Niggas don't care about this
Man, we've
We
been
shit.
talk,
talking
we
about
talked
Tangy
about
Shakur
boxing
for
for the
6 years.
first 30
Come
You
minutes.
want
on,
to talk
man.
about Tangy Shakur? We've been talking about
Niggas
Tangy
don't care
Shakur
about
before
this
COVID.
weird shit.
Okay,
Fuck.
let's talk about Tangy Shakur. Let's argue about
Give a
that
fuck
then
about no weak
for,
ass
for
fucking
another
Tank
8 years.
Davis, bro.
Well, Hot Rod. Well, respectfully, bro, you can't just change the topics and dictate when you want to change
Gee,
it, though, bro.
man, I've
You
been
got to
sitting
let.
here patiently waiting for like 30 minutes, man.
All right, well,
Hot
we
Rod, you
almost
talking
done
to a bunch
anyway.
of parents about kids matters, man.
But,
You can't allow
you can't
Bro,
parents to
do
do
I
that,
nothing
though.
don't
but
Let the nigga
care.
finish
Man,
his
I don't
talk.
care. It's not your child. It's not your child. I don't care.
Bro, well, stop talking if you don't care. Let the people who care
Yeah,
talk.
motherfuckers want to talk about some little ass boy because he's like, who gives
You
a
said you
fuck?
don't care. Mute your mic and let
Motherfucker
go.
want to feel sorry for him. I don't
My
feel sorry for
nigga,
no motherfucking body. If you can't do
my
the crime,
nigga,
don't
my
do. If
nigga.
you can't do the time, don't do the crime. Simple.
Okay, you said that already. Anything new?
Yeah,
You want
throw
to
his
add?
ass in jail. I don't give a fuck. Feed him to the wolves. I don't
All right, you
care.
finished? You finished?
Yes, I go on mute.
Thank you, sir. Go ahead, memory coach. Y'all finish your thought. That nigga said,
Yeah,
I
Um,
I'm
want
just
to talk
saying.
more about imaginary fights.
Well, it was a case up in New York. It was a black parent, and he defended his child against some white guys showed up to his house, and he went out there and he off those kids that showed up to do harm to his child. But you know what? He got off. It's all about the
No, you
law.
fat ass nigga, you weird, nigga. Fuck you talking about with your fat ass. Talking about the nigga weird. No, nigga, you weird, nigga. Fuck you
Who
don't
you
know about
talking
All
that,
about?
right, homie.
nigga.
All right,
Fuck
hey,
is
homie
you
is in the
talking
hey,
to?
chat. Take it
Oh
easy,
yeah,
daddy.
Hey,
He in the
hot
chat,
rod,
Nigga,
hot
man.
rod, hot rod,
hey,
He in the
hey, homie,
chat.
how old is you? How old is
bro,
you, Kevin?
hot
We
rod.
can get
I
a
ain't got
blood
that.
wars, homie. We can get a
Hot
blood
rod.
wars,
I ain't
Kevin.
got
How
that
old
much
is you?
time left. Hey, type that shit to the chat. Don't interrupt people talking to argue with niggas in the
Fat
chat.
ass motherfucker wanna talk. I bet your motherfucking belly hang over your dick, you fat fuck.
I don't want to hear no niggas talking about dick up here now. And that's what we're
Fat
not gonna
ass
do.
nigga. Go
I don't
lose
want to
some
hear no
weight,
men
nigga.
talk
Go
about dick.
lose some weight, you fat.
All right, let me mute this mic. Damn, hot rod, you got to turn that shit down a little bit. Go ahead, let that man finish his thought. You cut him off. To the
yeah. I was just saying, like, I think a lot of time in America, man, if you can get a good lawyer, man, you
yes.
you you, you can shake the case. And I'm gonna tell you another thing too. I think the reason why they went out there and got that white boy because they felt like they can shake the case. You get up there with an all black because one, I was totally embarrassed by the way that George Zimmerman was able to walk. I said whoever
Hmm.
prosecuted that case did an abysmal job. How in the world? Because basically they got out lawyered. He got out lawyered. That's what happened in that case. That's why Zimmerman walked. Your defense or your prosecutors, ever it makes a world of difference in that courtroom.
It
And
does.
you can get cooked, and that's what happened in that Zimmerman case. That dude got out lawyered. But with that
Hmm.
Ben Crump, with the Ben Crump,
no, Ben Crump was the silver lawyer.
okay, whoever it was
It
in
was
that Trayvon,
Ben Crump isn't a prosecutor neither, man. That was the prosecutor, state attorney.
yeah, they did a horrible job. But that's all I got to say. I'm gonna hand the mic over to somebody else.
But
All right. Well, final thoughts on this shit right here, because I'm almost at my
yeah,
destination.
no, and that's it. Like also, we talked a little bit about the father, and there's been arguments about that. I think it was out of order because he wasn't invited to the presser. People are saying he had the right to be there, but let's be fair. Him and his family went on a run and go tell that tour to every single platform that would hear them. This was the first time this family was coming out to say something, and I don't believe it's not that he couldn't be there, but the man was standing behind the microphones, y'all. People is like blowing past all this stuff, trying to guess, like, well, he had the right to be. He was standing behind the microphone. First of all, you don't know what his mentals are like. You don't know if he's gonna incite violence, if he's gonna attack the mom when she gets to the podium to talk. He's standing behind the microphones at a person that's not his. I felt like it was out of order. I always do the analogy. What about if the Anthonys show up at Austin's funeral? What are people gonna say? So I don't know. The case is interesting. I'm gonna follow it to see what happens. I hope that they got all the evidence they need. I really think there's something in between this case that's going to lead to some kind of making sense. So I can't wait to see what the evidence is, if any, when we get there. It might not be filmed. I don't know.
Yeah, I think me personally, I think the kid's cooked. To be honest, I hope he's not, but I really do. I think he's fighting an uphill battle. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be crazy. And like I said, because I think they're gonna use this, they don't want to set a precedence. And it's unfortunate that they're probably gonna have to rule against Carmelo Anthony, because if they do rule for him, it's gonna set a precedent, and then people are gonna start doing it more and more and more. And
But
then they're gonna use this case as justification. I think it's a horrible idea. It is not good. It's not a good idea at all. If somebody pushes you to pull a gun out or a knife out, because you're rolling the dice. You're gambling with your freedom. You may beat the case, you may not, and that's not a gamble that I'm willing to take.
yeah, we'll see what the trial says. I'm intrigued to see what happens at trial. Because things change. if it's a history of bullying, if people have seen that the Metcalf twins have been pushing him around or something, I'm not saying that's the case. I'm just saying things change. Things will change jurors' opinions. Things will change. But it's not premeditated murder, and it's not going to be first degree capital murder. He didn't have intent to kill. He didn't have intent to kill. That's what people don't understand. At best, maybe manslaughter if it goes there. An accidental death, manslaughter, at best.
Well, that's all I got on this one, man. I'm
All
at
right.
the spot right now. Thank y'all for pulling up. Hot Rod, you want to give us some final thoughts on boxing? Go ahead, Hot Rod. What you got for me before I let you go?
Nah, man, I'm over this shit, man. Niggas over here change the whole topic to talk some bullshit, man. Nobody don't give a fuck about this shit. It's like, get a fucking life. Nobody care about this shit, man. Motherfuckers over here really care about this shit. Nobody don't care about this dumbass shit. Nobody told your stupid ass to take a motherfucking knife to attract me. Nobody told your dumb ass to do that. So now you gotta pay the cost. Give a fuck about that. I don't feel sorry for no dumbass little boy. Fuck. What's wrong with y'all?
Well,
Trying to have sympathy for a little kid. Fuck out of here. Nobody told this motherfucker to take a knife to school.
there you have it. Thank you, Hot Rod. Hot Rod said, "Don't nobody care." It's national news, man. I'm gonna tell you, don't nobody care about Charles Conwell getting his ass whooped last night. That's what don't nobody care about.
Man, Charles Conwell dropped the ball, man. That man looked like some mud, man.
Yeah. But
I,
I got to slide, man. Let me go ahead and get some
all right,
work done,
brother.
man. I'll talk to y'all later. I'm gonna try to do it live tonight. Hopefully, we talk about something that people care about. Hot Rod. I do my best, man.
I appreciate
I
the
needed
time,
that shit.
Mark, man. Pulling it.
Hot Rod. You know, Memory didn't know shit about boxing like that, man. I was trying to get her involved in the conversation. You better be on your best behavior. You be doing too much. That nigga arguing with Kevin in the chat. He was like, "You
Oh
fat
man,
motherfucker. Your belly ain't over your dick."
hot rod, man. That Mike and Ike, the nerves diet you be on, man. That sugar level be too high, man. What the hell we got, man? How you would just be so turned up, man?
That nigga a football player too, man. He probably got a concussion. That nigga gonna be on that. What's that nigga name who killed them niggas? The damn football player that was the killer up there in New England. Aaron
Oh, you tell
Hernandez.
and that is, yeah.
Yeah, this nigga Aaron
Nigga, you got on
Hernandez
the
probably
jersey,
did.
right? Don't bring up no shit when you got the jersey on, nigga.
Oh shit. I'm out of here. Show over. I'll see y'all later, man. Peace.
This that squad sound.
This is madness.